when you boil it again.
Correct. So we're going to add in the flour, right? It's going to become into a paste. Okay. And then slowly I'm going to add in the butter.
And what's the difference between boiling it like that and as compared to beating it?
Oh, okay. The beating will come in later on. So right now you just want the heat to form into a dough. So you can see that, right? All the flour and the butter is all coming together. You can also melt in the butter into the what's that called? Just now the milk and the milk water ingredient. You can melt the butter in as well, or you can just throw the butter in together with the flour. So right now, because the heat is a bit high, okay, I will mix this while Rachel can help me pour into this dry ingredients. This is the crackling part. I'll probably shift this so that you have more space. Correct. Okay, and then we'll stand by the mixer.
Okay, so one butter just now was for the dough, and then this one I'm holding on to, the one in the microwave, this one is for the crackling.
Correct. Very good.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm doing well.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just pour in and stir it, right? With the
correct, and then you will form this dough like yeah.
Interesting. Do we have any questions coming in?
Okay, guys,
Okay.
look at this. Yeah.
You can show it here. Show it to them. What are we doing? Wow.
Okay, you got to not be afraid. You got to fold it in. Yes.
She's
Okay.
too gentle with the
Yeah.
flour.
Yes, fold it in.
fold it
Okay.
in. And do it while it's hot, right? While the butter is still hot.
Warm
Okay.
is fine. Yeah, so it's coming together like that.
Yep.
Okay.
This is what you want.
That's great. Yeah, that's fine. Then we can just put it aside.
Oh, I can smell it.
Yeah, man.
So you can smell the coffee is
Yeah.
kind of coming out from there. Okay. So we'll have okay, we'll stand by the mixer. Let me get the beater. Yeah.
So this is for the pastry,
Yes,
right?
this is for the pastry.
Yeah, and then
You can see it's a little bit soft and mushy, like potato.
Oh, yeah, that was what I was going to say. It really looks like something from Ashton, you know, like the mashed potato.
Oh, mashed potato. Okay, but this one, no, you can't eat that. But yes, it does look like mashed potato.
Okay, what's this
So
then?
this is the beater. So
this
we
is
are
the
gonna
beater.
put up.
Alright.
Correct.
We are gonna beat the crackling.
No, we are gonna beat. Okay, the crackling. This part is done. So
Okay,
once you
done.
kind of form this,
Okay.
yeah, we will put this aside. We won't be needing it.
Okay.
And then we'll need an egg expert because we need somebody to crack 3 eggs. Okay,
Oh, would
so
that be you?
Right.
Rachel, are you confident?
Okay, so like in the morning
Yes.
I have some practice, okay? Because today no one was home, so I did my own breakfast. Okay, like, I'm sounding like a sport kid, right? Okay, like, yeah, I'm okay at cracking eggs, but I'm not very good at you know, in that foreign environments. In my house, it's fine because when it's on the floor, you can just clean it up. But this is not really my place, so we shall see whether I can work well under pressure.
Yes, okay. We'll need 3 eggs, so you have yeah,
Okay.
so you can take 3 eggs from there.
So Rachel, if you drop the egg, there's gonna be a forfeit.
Yeah.
Sometimes, right, I think dropping egg is not so bad. Like sometimes when you crack it in,
Do
I crack it in
the
here?
shell.
Yes.
okay, and yeah.
The worst thing
The
is the
shell.
Correct.
Alright, where do I put the eggshell?
Okay, maybe we can just dump it here
Yeah,
first.
Hey, first one, quite well
Very
done.
good. Yeah, it's full. Yeah.
I
Yes.
hope my mother-in-law is not watching this.
Yeah. No, she'll be very impressed.
Yeah, she's watching it.
Yes. Correct.
One egg
Okay,
now.
guys.
Uh-oh.
We're facing some technical issues, but
With the egg.
Okay,
I
it's
succeeded. Okay,
it's
so
okay,
we're done.
okay, make sure no shells. Okay. So while this is, you can see that the hot air is kind of coming out from the bowl. Okay, we're gonna release some air and we're gonna start. So this is the part where we're gonna be
Show them the eggs.
yeah, so the perfect eggs.
Yeah, the
Where do I
perfect
put where do I show over here? Okay.
Okay, so we're
So
gonna
this is-
pour this in now.
Okay, so we do it 1 egg at a time. Okay.
Okay.
So
One
it's
egg at a time. How?
okay, so you just like slowly throw
Pop
in.
it in slowly.
Correct.
Okay.
So we're going to start with 1. Okay. It's normal for the mixture to curdle a little bit because the heat and the egg is kind of binding it together. Okay. Okay, you can see like it's a bit like watery.
Guys, if you got any questions, feel free to type in the comments. We have got Sam, the expert, who is from Cupplets Bakery.
Don't
And
stress
she
me.
will be sharing with you some baking tips, okay? So this is the chance to ask questions if you would love to find out about any, baking things.
I can't answer all of them. I better say first, but I'll try my very best.
Come on, challenge her. Ask your
Give her some
question.
hard question.
Yes, okay. But let's take note of the mixture. It's kind of so you can see that it looks like scrambled egg now.
Yes,
So we
it
need to beat it until everything is nice and well blended. You see it's coming together. Okay, you can see that from the curdling stage whereby it's like a little bit wet. It's coming together like a
I can
doughy,
understand.
sticky, like a bread dough. Okay, and
If you don't use this kind of kitchen aid, right, do you think you will be able to achieve the same effect using your hand, or it's possible with this, but it's very tiring?
correct, it's very tiring.
Okay, I see.
And sometimes we may underbeat it because imagine the speed that we were
Correct, it's not
using,
consistent,
right? It's not
right?
consistent.
Okay.
So using a mixer is good because we just use eye power.
Okay,
And then we just need to use, correct. So once it's done like that, then we kind of like, so it becomes this doughy texture. Okay. So the moment it comes together, just count to 10 or 10, 9, 8, 7, then 1, stop, and then you just off the mixer. Don't let it beat for like 20 minutes and then it will affect because then it will not kind of rise. We just want to make sure that everything binds together, count for 10 seconds, stop, and then we are ready to pipe. Okay, so you can have the camera shine onto the texture so then we can know the consistency.
You can see it here. Beautiful.
Now let me take that.
Smells really good. Yeah, there's just a very fragrant buttery smell. Something you get from the kitchen. But except today we are making Choux pastry.
Choux pastry.
Oh,
of course you did.
Yeah, I've always been pronouncing it as Choux.
Right,
So
me
there was
too.
this time I went to a friend's house
Okay.
and he told us he was serving Choux
Choux
pastry. Yeah, so I'm really confused. Okay, but the
Yes,
right
me too.
pronunciation is Choux pastry.
Yes.
Is it a French?
Yeah, it's a French word.
Pastry. Yeah.
Okay.
So Sam, will you teach us how to make macarons another time?
Yeah, but that may take more than one time. Yes, it will. I mean, macarons a bit tricky, but it's definitely doable. Okay. So right now I'm using a bigger piping bag, and then I'm using a round nozzle. Okay, and then you just place it here. So I'm turning the oven to 200 degrees. Okay.
Just to let it heat it up for a while, right?
Yeah, just to heat up for a while.
Making it at 200 degrees.
Correct.
Okay.
So we're gonna transfer this into the piping bag. Okay. So you can see that the preparation time is not very long for this. It's rather fast, but you have to pay attention because you don't want it to kind of go off with the overbeating. Okay.
So it's very important to get the timing and the texture right.
Yes.
when
So
baking this.
correct. So for the choux dough, right? Normally I don't add any sugar because we have the sugar on the top, on the crusty area. So we have the pan over there. Yeah. Okay, and I'm just going to just going to pipe a dollop over here.
Nice.
Okay.
How big will this be?
I won't tell you. I'll surprise you when you see. Yes. Yes. Okay, try it.
My dream.
Correct. Yes.
Whenever my mom does it, it's always during the Chinese New Year period. So you need to rush orders. You don't have time for failure.
She's a home baker.
Only during Chinese New Year. So okay, I'll just try. Actually, it's very simple, right? Just do it on the same spot.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I doing it right?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Then
I
we
will get this piece later.
yeah. Try it. Probably we
Okay.
can do it down here so that when it expands. Yeah. Yeah. So for this is about 1 index finger space size because it will expand, and then we'll do it here.
Actually, I would say this is fairly easy. Anyone can do it. It's
Oh,
just
but you're
that.
getting out.
It's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay, so we'll
Just when
just
she
like.
said it's fairly easy.
Yeah, don't worry.
Too close?
It's okay. We
Okay,
will
I'll
do
do
it.
it here.
Yeah, don't
We're
worry.
gonna get these keys.
Why though?
Okay.
He's doing well. Why is it like going to the side?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I think like you need to maintain the pressure. You get me? I don't know how she does it so perfect.
Yeah, that
And
looks
mine
so
looks a bit
nice.
funny.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
just continue, yeah?
Maybe we can do it a
This
bit
is-
hard.
Oh,
We can because it's
Bad planning.
yeah.
I
Don't
should have done
worry.
it here. Okay,
Yeah,
so
don't worry. We can maybe do one
Okay.
closer to the end, and then
Okay.
that will be the last one.
oh.
So
And what are we gonna do with the rest
okay, never mind. We can put the for the crackling. Is it?
for this? The
Yeah,
mini-
we will leave it aside because
you like my
we are out of space. Okay. So we will use right now. It's quite not to worry. When it's baked, right, it looks different.
Okay,
Yeah, it will be
yeah.
transformed. Okay, so not to worry if it looks a bit
Okay, funny now.
yeah. So later on it will kind of puffed up.
Yeah.
And you use this is the crackling, right? You can just roll it and then you flatten it,
Okay.
and then we're going to place it on top. So the sweet side will comes from this. Okay, the sweetness will come from
You know, an
the
interesting fact, right? Is like, you know, whenever I'm at like Beard Papa or like any kind of pastry stores, I always see like this crunchy bit. Okay, but the thing is, I never knew that it was a separate mixture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so I
thought
think
it
that
was
was something,
together.
that's something interesting for me. Yeah, I didn't know that you have to do it separately.
yeah
And I know what you mean because when you bake it, everything will be one.
yeah.
And then you have a crunchy part. I
Correct.
mean, if my imagination is correct, that should be what's going on later.
Yeah. So
Right, okay.
we cross our fingers, okay, that it will go well.
It will. We can see here.
Yeah.
It will definitely go well.
So it will puffed up. Okay, we can see whether it's the light of the oven. Is it
oven.
okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So once this is ready, we are going to pop it into the oven.
The light for the
Off.
oven
It's
is
off.
off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
Then-
when it's red, it's still working on it, right?
When it's off means it's ready. We can put it in. So we can put the
Yeah, I'll spin it for you then.
okay. It's heavy, right? Very sturdy.
Yeah.
The door. So it's good so that you make sure that the oven doesn't the heat doesn't escape. And then we use a timer. So I tend to split it like 12 minutes, and then later on we check the
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is
So-
there a reason for that?
It's just to make sure that we don't overburnt it, and also to see because sometimes the temperature may go up and down by a few degrees. So you just want to make sure for us, kiasu, kiasi, you just want to make sure that the pastry is in okay condition, and then we may want to swap it down, yeah, to have an even distribution of the heat.
Nice.
Correct. So we will let this bake for the first 12
Alright.
see
So
the
just now you mentioned that you can actually put it. So right now, the choux pastries
yeah.
in the making are actually on the top tier.
Mm.
But you mentioned that if the heat is not distributed evenly, later we can still switch it. I mean, based on
We
our
can
own
turn it,
decision,
correct.
We can turn it. Okay,
Correct.
so everything is very flexible.
Yes.
And then, you know, as a chef, you have to watch out. And I think you get better over time.
Yes.
Right, so not to worry if you are new at this. I think you know, everyone starts somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So I mean she gives very good advice. So now I know that, you know, you should check on it regularly instead of like, you know, having a set time and then after
Yes.
that, you
Or when we assume, because for normal baking, I mean, if it's 18 minutes, it's fine. We can just clock it. But personally, if it requires more than 20 minutes, I always make sure that we split the time so that we can check whether the product, the baked goods is in okay, the heat is evenly distributed. If it's not, or you feel that one side is more burnt than the other side, then you can swap and turn it around. Rather than we just leave it on for 60 minutes, for example, like when you're baking a cheesecake, right? You know, correct. Then you don't check, and then we can't really do, because once it's burnt, we can't like rewind back the process. Yeah.
Understand. So it really depends on what you're baking. We don't just follow the recipe blindly.
Correct.
Okay. Interesting. I never knew that also. That you need to check in.
Yes, and one thing about for the manual oven, the light is always on. So you can always check, you know, whereas
Take a look like that.
yes, you can take a look.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can always check whether everything is okay, how is it coming up, and then so you can make sure.
Once again, this is the 6 functions oven that we're looking at. If you want to know more about EF's ovens, you can actually check out EF's website at www.ef.com.sg. They also have a whole list of distributors in Singapore, so you can head down to the showrooms and literally try the ovens for yourself to see which works for you. But today we are using the 6 functions oven, and at Cupplets Bakery they also use the 13 functions oven, which we used it to bake cranberry oatmeal cookies 2 weeks ago. So if you're interested, you can go back and watch the live stream. It was also conducted here at Cupplets Bakery.
Okay, so now for some interesting questions.
Okay, here comes Rachel. She always comes prepared with questions.
Use of your time here. For you guys, right, audiences. So I want to ask Sam. Okay, so like, what made you what got you started in this whole industry? Because I think that's something very interesting. Every day we'll run into like another baker. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so if give Sam some buffer time. If you don't know what is Cupplets Bakery, you're missing out. Okay, they are so well known on social media. Check them out on Instagram. Just type Cupplets Bakery, right? And you'll be able to see them. They make really beautiful cakes. So if you have a friend's birthday coming up or your birthday coming up, you can actually check it out.
I like the marketing.
I got you some time.
Yes, it's all not planned, you know. I think we started Cupplets in late 2013. Yeah, I have to look at my partner to double confirm the facts. Yeah. So 7 years, 8 years ago. It was during, I think, in the November, December period. And we both just graduated. You know, it was I remember it was our last paper, and then the next day we started, but without the intention of doing what we are doing today. We just wanted to serve coffee and cake slices because we only know how to make chocolate cake, as in the. We don't even know how to make brownies. We don't know what brownie is. But I guess it was like an
experiment.
A thought where baking, it was something that is very therapeutic and something nice where you can serve people cakes and coffee, and scones.
Oh, but you were not studying this baking thing at all, right?
No, we're not culinary trained.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. Then I think it's a year or two later, then I think that's where the cake starts to bloom. We started experimenting, and then from there we started using unconventional tools to decorate our cakes. We discover, though we kind of see cakes as a form of an artwork rather than a cake where we normally like rosette cakes. So I think the whole concept of changing the way we view cakes, that kind of helped us to shift our perspective and shift our way of cake designing, planning. So then that's how, like, after 7 years, we've been doing customized cakes and desserts as well. So we've been known for our painterly designed works. Even for macarons, we paint on macarons.
Paint on macarons? Hey, you would like that?
Hint. Okay, but is it okay? The thing is, I think a lot of effort will go into the decoration, correct?
Yes.
So the baking will probably be like the bulk of it, because actually that's the main thing. Like, people buy it because they want to eat cake, or they want to have a cake there. But I think what I find really interesting is that, now, even when I go to 21st birthday parties, when I go to weddings, or even baby showers or baby first month anniversary, you realize that in the centerpiece there will always be this very beautiful cake. And then like maybe a lot of like random little figurines. Yeah, so I think like maybe the whole cake landscape is changing a bit. In our parents' days, they have like this very big, this size wedding cake, and it's all butter and cream, right? And then they will be like feng xi or something, right? So I think the whole cake landscape has changed. And I would say that even for my birthday last year, I actually demanded my boyfriend, to get me like a nice cake so I can take photos with it.
Yeah. Is he watching this now? He'll know where to get it already.
Look for us.
Yeah, but I mean, it's interesting to know that cakes can also be a form of art. Like what Sam mentioned, it's like so good that you don't even want to eat it. Sometimes when we receive very beautiful pastries, we just look at it and how am I going to eat this?
Correct. I mean, the way of how, like what Rachel had mentioned, like how the way cakes have changed over time, how people view cakes have definitely shifted. People want something creative, something more personable, very personalized. So a lot of customization is involved. So it's nice to see how celebration has changed now. Even we get requests of like painting their holiday venues because they can't travel. Yeah, so we paint like Macau, we paint
my
When you say paint, like you create little figurines, like maybe edible figurines to put on it?
No, we
paint
paint.
it
Yeah. So
on
we
the
use a
wow.
palette knife to use buttercream to paint and design the cake.
Oh, I
Or
see.
Japan, we paint.
Do you go for
Oh.
a course for this?
No, so most of the time, I mean, we are self-taught in the designing part.
Oh, okay.
Oh
no,
my
but I'm sure you guys
goodness.
are very artistic to begin
Yeah,
with,
right.
already.
Not initially, you should
Really?
have seen the work that we
How did y'all evolve?
done.
Like, yeah, I mean, yes, you said it's self-taught, but how do you even start?
Okay, I think we have to backtrack. When we first started, Instagram wasn't as how it is
7 years
today,
ago, right?
correct?
Yeah.
So when we started this, when we designed like all this painterly design, it was rather novel, very fresh. People were very intrigued by it, and 21st birthday was a huge thing. So I think that kind of kickstarted the
It
journey
is.
of custom cakes because we were really not. I mean, we didn't have much experience doing all this. We don't even know what's a two-tier cake. We don't even know how to structure. Yeah, so it all took because out of we have to sustain the business. So the practicality wise, kind of we had to step in lah. So it pushes us to take on like to challenge ourselves to take on like two-tier cakes, and then from there, that's where we start to experiment other forms of designing a birthday cake. Like you don't have to have just a plain custom colored cake. You can add in images. So we didn't. It wasn't a straight away thing. It took us time to try and to ask our friends to be guinea pigs, to ask them for their opinions of whether the design and all,
Works
and then
for them.
slowly how it took a
I
while.
would say that now like the world has really changed so much. I think 7 years ago,
Correct.
like whenever you draw inspiration, it was also like very rare. Like now we have Pinterest and all. Okay, but last time it was not so greatly adopted in Singapore. So I do remember like last time I think all I remember was that you just like follow a few bloggers and you still have to you can only see it when you go to their website to just check out like what is the latest trend. But I think like things has evolved so much.
Yes.
And now I would say that even I think a 16-year-old, they will also want this kind of cake because they have social media. Everyone is like exposed to like beautiful things. And because of this, I think Cupplets has been doing a very great job because you can check them on Instagram. Let the pictures speak for themselves. Unplanned.
Yeah, I'm also very surprised to hear about this story from Sam because we never ever think that you can paint on a cake. Usually it'll be what Rachel mentioned, figurines, fondants, not so much of painting. But when you said you can paint Macau on a cake, I'm like, whoa, I need to see that.
Yes, I'll show you later on. But I think because of our experience, like we didn't start off being expert in baking. I mean, our parents don't bake, so we kind of like everything was learned via YouTube.
Okay.
So it was a lot of look-see, and then we practice and then try. So it's through the experience that we have. We always encourage people to try baking.
Yes.
Of course, the first attempt, if it fails, it's fine, but just keep on trying because I think baking has a very interesting. It's like being a chef, right? For a day at home, to do something, and it's just very nice to cook up something for your friends and families to try.
Correct.
I think not just baking, but also just experiment with food in general. Because with ovens like that, you can literally put anything inside, and it will come out looking really nice and tasty.
That's true.
Yes.
Salmon, I like my salmon baked instead of steamed because the taste is just so different.
Yeah.
Correct. And you can experiment with different kind of herbs
Precisely.
using the oven. It doesn't have to be baking per se as cakes, but you can use it to marinate and then bake your chicken using different and allow your mind to kind of imagine the flavor and taste and how you want to custom make how your chicken is going to be roasted and how it's going to be taste.
Even for vegetables also, you can just roast it.
Yes, you can use asparagus and things
so something I really want to try, I think the next few days would be actually kale chips.
Oh,
Okay, we'll get to that, but we can really smell it.
Yes.
Yes.
So we check the first.
You're just
the first
12
one, right?
minute mark.
Okay, so you can see that it has puffed up. I'm not going to open the oven because we want to make the.
It's so big. Wow.
Okay.
It's really quite big. We should have taken a picture just now.
Oh no.
Like a before,
yeah,
after.
before, after, right?
Yeah, look at how it has evolved.
So the one that you type, right? It looks okay now, right? Because it looks like it's part of the.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so now
Rachel,
we're
yours
going
is like
Just now,
kissing.
when we were doing it, I thought we were making like mini beard tapas. Oh, but actually we're going for the full size one. I thought, Sam didn't trust us because we were new. Yeah.
Totally.
Oh, we're really making the full size. Yeah, I can't wait for you guys to take a look at it.
Correct.
Yes.
So it's kind of multiply by like 2.5 the size. So that's why you have to use. You need to make space.
Right.
And that
She's
finger
telling you,
size,
Rachel.
Yes. Yes. So it will come together.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
kissed already.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but it's okay. You can tear it, like separate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now we're gonna leave it for another. So we got another 11 minutes
Minutes,
to chit chat.
Okay, so
one
what's
is
the
will
thing
be
on
ready.
top again? You know that
Crackling.
crackling,
The
right?
one
Yeah.
that is crusty on top.
It's really beautiful now, right? It's
Yeah,
like breaking
it
up
is.
into nice little crunchy pieces.
Correct. So 25 minutes. So far using this oven, it helps to hold its shape because for choux puff or choux pastry, if we remove it too early,
Yeah.
it will deflate.
Oh, so the only way we can check is by peeping at it like that. We can't open it.
We try to not to
Try
let
not
the
to.
air to escape out the
okay.
heat. So we kind of we use
Yeah.
the light from the oven. So one thing
Right,
good
right.
for this is that the oven is always on.
Okay.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
So
you
it's
can
a
just
plus
check.
point to
Yeah.
always check.
without-
Whereas I mean the top one is good as well because you can always press the light and then you can check the
Yeah, but I
Each has
guess it
its
really
own-
depends on like your individual needs.
correct
right?
your preference
Yeah,
and
correct.
and what you're baking. So so you can see that now it looks so different from the initial stage, right? It looks a bit off just now.
So I didn't get it just now. So when you said that if we take it out too
The
quickly,
thing may deflate.
Deflate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
when
there's
you-
a lot of you need to try and test for a few times
yeah.
to see how whether 20 minutes is good or 25. But so far this is really
20 works for you, right?
25 minutes.
Okay.
25.
I
Yeah.
see. Actually, you know what? The thing is that I don't really remember what we put into both mixtures, but actually, what is the difference such that the crackling, right, will actually be crunchy and the pastry is actually soft? What is the ingredient, the difference in the ingredient actually?
Okay, so you see like the first
Yeah.
one, right? We have eggs. Actually,
Yes.
the dough has more ingredients.
Yes.
The crackling is very straightforward. We are
Okay.
using sugar, flour, and butter. There is no, and both we do. There's no baking soda or baking powder that we are using to elevate the choux pastry. So for the crackling, basically the sugar adds the crustiness, and then you have the flour and the butter to kind of mold it up. So that makes the texture to be very crisp, like your cookie, like that,
yes.
when it's in the oven.
Okay.
Whereas your dough, we have more liquid ingredients. We have the water, butter, your eggs is the very
Yeah, there's even milk
important.
inside.
Yes.
Okay.
And we are not adding sugar, but it's up to you.
Yeah.
If you want to add in sugar to, if you don't want to use the crackling on top, right, you can just make the choux without this and add some sugar into your recipe.
But the cream
to-
later
to
on,
be-
right?
Oh no, to the recipe.
cream.
So
Okay.
so for this particular dough recipe that we are making, there is no sugar inside.
Okay.
Yeah, so the
Okay.
sugar comes from the
I
top.
see. Okay.
So speaking about
Amazing.
sugar, I know Sam, you mentioned this time we are using brown sugar. Is there a difference between brown sugar and white sugar?
You're always testing her. But actually, it's because you also want to find out, right?
Google. You need to call Google. Yeah, Google is
Call
checking
Google.
for
Okay.
Yeah, okay, but I can tell you for sure that
Sugar
I
is
think
processed.
yeah, brown
white
sugar is healthier, but I never understood the difference
Yeah.
why. So whenever you have coffee or tea and you can have sugar, right? It's I think I learned it in home econs lesson that it's always better to just opt for brown sugar or raw sugar. That's what I remember, but I do not understand the science behind it.
Okay, let's
So we have Google.
Okay, so Google. If I'm not wrong, white sugar is processed sugar. Am I right? And then brown sugar is processed.
Whoops.
Oh, okay. So apparently, brown sugar contains fewer only calories, so not much
calories,
than white
okay.
sugar. Yeah. So 1 teaspoon of brown sugar, just for your info, is 15 calories.
Ah.
Yeah.
I see.
And then white sugar is 16.2, so it's just 1.2. So actually, it's not
Not
really
much of a difference.
Yeah,
But
I
you know,
think
of course, the ideal would be to cut it out completely. But you know, like you can't
you can
enjoy.
swap it. You can use coconut sugar.
Oh,
So
coconut
coconut sugar
sugar.
is known to be
Okay.
healthier.
Right.
Personally, white and brown is not much of a difference, lah. Yeah.
Mm.
But if you are
Conscious.
concerned about your health, then coconut
Coconut
sugar has a
sugar.
lower GI.
Actually, that's what we used last week when
Correct,
we were
with the
making
cookie,
our
yes,
cookies.
yes.
Yeah, and actually, I would say that having eaten the cookies, I feel that it tastes the same. You know, what I mean, I couldn't tell whether it's coconut sugar.
Yes.
Yeah. So
It acts
actually,
as a
as
sweetener.
long as you can, maybe you should just opt for
Mm.
a healthier option.
Correct.
Mm.
So right now, I'm just going to open the oven a little bit
Okay.
just
Oh,
to see the color of the crust. Okay. So
Sure. Wow,
take a
looks
look.
so good and
Okay,
it smells
and then we're gonna
amazing.
put back in.
Oh, okay.
So you can see that. So normally I will check because the lighting I'm not able to see clearly. So I want to make sure that the crackling doesn't burn. So you just kind of check out for one time and then you just close it. So now we have 6 more minutes and then we are able to remove the pastry out from the oven.
Nice. I do see people say that. So there's a chair that says yum yum. Yes, it's very yummy. It smells so good. And then there's Zua Chan that says kale chips because just now Rachel talked about kale chips.
yes.
Oh,
Kale
thanks for
chips.
reminding me.
Right. Okay. So actually, I'm just like following some Instagrammer, and I think she was just trying it out. But actually, I was so shocked that it's actually very easy to make, because kale chips are something that I know are healthy. And usually when I work, there's actually this supermarket for expats below my office. So usually they will sell like kale chips, healthy stuff, like maybe fruit bakes, right? Maybe freeze-dried strawberries for a very expensive price. So maybe you can like just go for, you'll pay like $8.50 for maybe just like a small bag. And I always think to myself, like, is this something I can replicate and maybe just do it myself? And you can actually, you know exactly what you put into the ingredients and you can tell for sure whether it's healthy or not. So I realized it was super easy. All you needed to do was to just preheat oven. Put the kale chips, put the kale on a baking tray, and then you just drizzle what you get, olive oil, and then salt and pepper.
Oh,
I mean,
very easy.
yeah, it's so easy. And
Have you
then
tried?
haven't yet. I don't know where to get kale, so I'm always stuck at the first stage.
It's a very interesting.
It's very
Yeah, I didn't know that chips are so easy
Easy
to
to
do.
make,
Yeah,
right?
it's a
Yeah.
good information. Then we don't have to be buying
Potato chips.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I would say kale chips are very similar to the seaweed. Remember like our old school seaweed?
Oh,
Yeah, in primary school we had that old school seaweed. Right?
Yes.
So I think like I don't really see that so often nowadays because now they have like this Thai brand, the Thai corn or something like that. So those are heavily flavored. And then kale chips taste exactly like that, but they are lighter. Salt is really up to you. And if you have an oven at home, you can just pop them in for I think like 10-15 minutes depending on the temperature and you're good to go.
I think it's
we're done?
Yes.
Right. Okay, let's show it to
Let
them.
me check because
Yes.
you can feel that the oven is a little bit hot.
Okay, be careful.
Yeah.
Right,
We are
guys, check it out. The
excited. We are
choux pastry is
Okay.
done and ready.
Yeah,
We
so
wish you could
just
smell it.
tap.
Wow. Nice.
So you always have to check because sometimes when the puff, like for this tree, it may need a longer time
Right.
because the other puff, the size are different. So this
Okay.
one, I think they are fine to
Okay.
ready to be out of the oven. But for this tree, I may put it in the oven for a longer
longer
time. lah.
time.
So normally it's
Okay.
24 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, but you can see that how much it has puffed up.
Yes,
Okay.
it's
Yes, so
huge.
correct. So normally for choux, we will cut or we will add the hole below to kind of add your curd,
Yes.
or you can
Yes.
add any cream. You can use like add lemon curd.
Yes,
to
yes.
your-
Okay.
Yeah, but you got to wait for it to cool down.
Right.
Yeah, then you can add in your cream and all.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I would say that, actually, when you look at like this kind of choux pastries, I would think to myself that actually the hardest part would actually be making this rather than that, the curd that you're going to add in, because that kind you can actually get, I think it's like whipped cream.
Correct.
It's very easily made. I think this is actually, I thought it was very difficult, but actually seeing how easily we did it, it's barely an hour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually very easy. So we can actually always just replicate this.
Mm. The one thing is we always have to note the size. So when the size is smaller, we got to gauge. That means we probably need 18 to 20 minutes instead of the 24 minutes. So always check, like, I had to kind of monitor that based on the smell to see whether
based on the smell.
Correct, based on the smell, but that takes time. Based on the smell to know whether is the choux pastry cooked and ready to be out. Because if you leave it a bit too long, then you may burn the crust. But this is perfect. So even though we have some char that can be removed off, not to worry. It happens for home ovens, and sometimes we have certain char areas, but you can always scrape it off. But you can see that maybe I would just use this. You can always keep the remainder crackling. So if you want to use it for another batch, you can store it in the fridge. You can keep it for a week. Okay. But you can see that it's really like a cloud.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. So it's kind of like puffed up. Okay. It takes around maybe another 15 minutes for it to cool. Okay. So you can kind of like scrape it out. So it's very puffy right now.
Looks very bouncy.
Yes. And the thing is, so the reason why we don't add sugar for the dough is so that because we're going to add the cream.
Yes. Okay.
Right. And then the top is already crusty. But if you don't like, you want to add fruit like durian.
Like durian puff.
Right. Yeah, that's how they make durian puff.
You can omit the crackling and then pipe it in smaller quantities. Use the durian flesh and then just fill in into the
Yummy.
just fill it into your choux puff, and then that's your like fresh durian choux pastry.
Okay, because usually when you get durian puff, I don't know where you get it, but when you get durian puff, usually it's very cold. Correct? Yeah, so it's
then
cold.
you can put it in the fridge or to chill it, and then you can.
Correct, but I would find that if I were to put like crackling in the fridge, and then if it's chilled, you take it out, it actually might not be so crunchy anymore. Do you think so?
In for the
crackling, that means if I put it, no, after. That means right.
Yes,
if I put this in the fridge and then it gets cold, moist, it might not be so crunchy. That's why you always eat it fresh.
Yes, so you can. But for the durian, we can just omit the crackling, and we just put in the durian flesh, and then because normally when we go and get those durian puff, right, it's very simple.
Yes, it's very simple.
The durian inside. Yeah.
Well, do you happen to have durian today?
No, we don't have durian today. Yeah, my partner hates durian.
Oh yeah,
if I bring durian here, I'll be out of here. So.
I have so many friends who don't like durian, but I really think it's like either you like it or you hate it. Alright, there's no forcing yourself to like something.
Yes,
even though I think it's so creamy and yummy.
Even if we don't have durian, if you have friends who don't eat durian, that's fine. We can make a simple way of a cream puff. We use whipping cream and add mango.
Right.
Because mango is rather sweet, right? You don't have to add sugar, just cut your mango.
Oh, that's better.
And then you blend it, and then you can just add your fresh cream mango, and then that becomes your fresh cream mango puff. If you want to use fresh fruits to
also you blend it in such that you will not be eating the mango bits, right?
You just whip up your whipping cream and
put
then
it
you cut you just use a normal stand mixer.
Or then throw in the mango.
Yeah, you make it whisk the whipping cream first, then you throw in the mango. Then you let the mango, because it's very soft, right? Mango.
Yes.
Yeah, then it will kind of puree.
That means you still continue beating it with the mango.
Correct.
Okay,
and then you get your mango fresh cream. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then
that's how I make it. Okay.
Sounds really yummy. Actually, by right, you can add any fruits, right? As long
apples,
as
no lah. Like apples, strawberries, apples are a bit hard because they are very tough.
okay, maybe the softer ones.
Like blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, mango.
Yummy.
Yeah, actually you won't go wrong with berries, right?
Or jackfruit. I mean,
jackfruit,
like something that is soft that is able to beat so that when you fill it up, it's not too hard. Like apples too hard, right? It's a bit
but it's true about peaches. Like, let me get your professional opinion like peaches, because peaches, right? I think they are the canned ones. They are also like the fresh ones. I find that the fresh ones the texture tends to be a bit more like an apple, like a pear. Like it's a bit harder. But if you go for the canned one, I'm sure you have eaten it before. It's really yummy, but it's a canned one.
It's soft, right? So the soft texture is fine. You can cut them into small squares, and then very simple. Just 1 cup of whipping cream, and then you choose like a fruit. You can just use one mango, or let's say you want to use chambatak or whatever. You just use alteration. You don't have to put icing sugar unless you really like it really sweet.
Right.
Even like your can, you want to use peach, right?
Yeah,
you just kind of cut into really tiny small dice, and then you throw it into your whipping cream. Then you can just fill it up. So it's a very simple healthier option if you don't want to like make, or it's less troublesome because you don't have to cook and then make the curd.
Definitely.
And then
But you know, while we are talking about all this healthy stuff, like all I'm thinking about is like chocolate cream.
Yes,
I think
you can melt chocolate and add into the whipping cream.
Okay.
And then you add some icing sugar because if not it's a bit too bitter. Yeah, then you can. So that is also
something
we
can look at. Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, any flavor that you prefer, you can try to find a way to weave it in.
Yes, you can add anything because it's so airy. The thing about I can show you. Okay, so the thing about for choux pastry, right? To know whether your attempt is successful, it shouldn't be defeating like after like 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
It's airy.
Yes.
Okay, so normally, like I say, if you are putting like durian paste, fresh durian, right? You need a bigger surface. You can just kind of cut this. You can see that it's
nice. It's actually like hollow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's. Oh, I really didn't expect them to.
Yeah, but it's hot, so you gotta make sure that it's cool.
Okay.
Then you can just stuff the durian inside.
the pastry, right?
The flash.
Okay. Yeah.
Or if let's say you're making cream, you can always, what normally people do,
At the bottom, is
we
it?
use a round nozzle, right?
Yes.
And then we kind of squeeze in
Okay.
the
And you do it
cream.
from the bottom.
is it?
Yeah, but you can do it from the
It's
side. It's
fine.
up to you.
Yeah.
Most of the time,
I know, so they hide it.
Yeah, they hide the hole, so it looks very nice, like it's a full thing. Yeah, but you
Tricks
can
and tips.
yes, and you can just eat the pastry like that on its own. So maybe I'll just cut and let Rachel try.
Yes, I would love to be your tester.
Because it's a bit warm.
Okay, yep.
Okay. Jolene can try after this.
Yes, sure.
Okay, so you can taste.
Smells really good.
It's usually very crunchy. Do you want one?
No, thank you. I'll let Rachel be the one taking all the calories.
Okay, I think what's really yummy about this, right, is that it's really hard. You know, whatever Sam described, it's like it's really hard on the outside, and then inside is very hollow. Yeah, it's we are just lacking some cream for now, but it's very yummy.
Right. So this is just like the top area. So when you add the cream, it makes a perfect balance to your puff. Yeah. So I think the one thing is people are just very surprised that when the first time they bake, right, it's so light.
Okay.
You know, you can probably
Yeah.
Rachel want the whole one.
Yeah, I probably do.
It's like so light.
Oh yeah, it's really light. It's not even like a bread.
Right?
Yeah, you always think like bread is the lightest thing you can ever hold on to, right? But
Yes,
this
it's
is
so light.
yeah. So actually, it's like a balloon. It's just air inside.
Yeah, you throw at somebody, no harm. Yeah, it's painless.
Yeah, man. Okay, I must really get down to doing this because I think cookies. Cookies, everyone can bake it. But choux pastry, yeah, I think it's a bit more impressive, especially like if your friends come over. I really didn't know it was actually so simple. So things like actually it's just a 2-step process, I would say.
Yes.
Right? And then of course if you want to add your cream, you can do it in a later stage. But I think it's very simple. I mean, it's barely an hour and already done.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I would say if you want to like impress your friends with a nice dessert, this is actually a very easy way to do it. Yeah, and of course, tell them the correct pronunciation to sound even
Choux.
Professional.
Yeah, professional. Choux pastry.
Yes.
Not chokes, yeah. I was choking all the way.
Yeah, but it's okay. Like you nailed it perfectly. Yeah, so I think it's a very simple recipe to follow through. The one thing is always make sure that you pay attention when we start the baking.
Yes.
Yeah, because if you overbeat it, then it will affect the whole outcome of the choux. So the 10-second rule, that means once everything comes together and is blended, you count to 10 seconds and then you stop. That's where you prepare to pipe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I have eaten something like that, but it was like a miniature shape, and then they had like little raw sugar on the outside. You know what that raw sugar is? It's a bit like whitish. I hope you know what I'm talking about.
I know, but
It's
I
like
have a name
a-
for it. But it's still
Yeah.
sugar. Okay, yeah.
You know which one? Like a bit raw.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we put that on top before we baked it. So when we baked it, it sticks there.
on the crackling, right?
yeah.
Okay, so
Understand.
crackling and then the sugar pieces, the sugar bits.
Sometimes without the crackling, that means they just do the
Oh.
sugar and then they just add the sugar.
Okay.
It's a more straightforward way.
Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
Right.
Not
So
sure is it called snow sugar? It's in like a beaded form.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, the beaded
then
form.
it doesn't melt in the oven.
Yes, it doesn't.
It retains shape.
Yeah, I think it's quite pretty. Otherwise, yeah, you can see the sieving of the icing sugar later.
Yes. We can even do it now.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Right?
Okay.
And then we see how it kind of looks
Sure.
like. Okay.
Yeah, it's really light, guys. It's really light. I don't have another word for it. You know, but it's really light. Yeah, I would think like, you think it's a bun, but actually it's not. Actually, it's very hollow inside. So, yep, very light.
Okay. So we have, I think Rachel want to do this. It's fun.
I'm no as a fun person.
She's here for master class.
Masterclass with
Okay.
Sam.
Yeah, we have a big sieve here.
Okay, guys.
Okay, so you can kind of like, so just
Okay.
it.
Oh,
so pretty,
this is how they do it.
Mm.
Right, it looks
Right,
really
so
nice.
it looks like, I mean, although Christmas is far away, then you can always stand by this recipe and
But
start
this-
practicing.
yeah.
This is a nice and easy way
Yeah.
to make the entire half look so much better.
Yeah, man.
Right, it's
Yeah.
fun, right? It's-
Actually, I would just give it like, maybe if the original price was $5, I would just add like 3 more because of this, right? Presentation matters, guys.
Yeah, so
And plus, it's Rachel
Oh,
is
yeah.
the one that did it. And another 5.
Oh, yeah.
150. I give her 5.
no one's gonna buy an $11 shoe puff.
That's true.
Okay.
150 is okay.
$150 for your work.
$7 for a shoe puff. I think it's gonna be, I think it's
Oh, it's
still
really on the
possible.
premium side,
premium,
right?
yeah.
Like, how much is that?
$11 we got put gold leaf on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, recently I think I walked past, Capital, and then they had this ice cream. It's a Japanese ice cream. And then because they cooked
Gold
it with
leaf,
this gold,
yes.
I think it was, $11 or something.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was telling my friends, like, I really want to try this one day, but every time I just can't get over it for 50 cents. Yeah, and then you have it $1, right? But wow, this is $11 because of that. So I think presentation really matters. But I think because we are here, and we have a pro here teaching us how to all these little tips and tricks. I find that all this is very doable. So actually, you don't need to, whenever you want to like get something nice for your friends, you can actually do it in the comfort of your own home. You don't even need to like go out and get it. And I think sometimes it's more personable. Like your friend will actually appreciate it so much more. Won't you, if I give it to you?
Yes,
With my face on
I'm
it.
looking forward. You guys heard her. I'm looking forward to that, Rachel. Once again, thank you so much, Sam, for sharing with us how to make this very beautiful choux pastry. And Rachel and I have learned
yes.
a new word for sure
Yeah.
and a new
Yes.
skill. I hope you guys have too. And once again, we are using the ovens by EF
Yes.
Home Appliances. Today we use the 6 functions oven, but if you go onto their website at www.ef.com.sg, you can actually check out the whole range of ovens right there. And they even have a list of distributors and showrooms that you can head down to test the ovens for yourself. So they have ovens available for everyone depending on your needs, and we are so happy that you joined us here tonight on live. So once again, thank you so much for being with us, and Rachel also for being with us today to show us how to make, not really show us, but do it herself.
It's like a DIY session. Yeah, I
Yes.
think we really learned a lot from today.
Mm.
And yeah, I think this is something I definitely must do at least once.
It's impressive
Yeah,
if
it's
you
very
manage to
impressive.
conquer that.
Yeah.
So try it at home yourselves, and we'll see you again the next time. Have a good night.